The sun burned bright over the ancient city of Thebes, its rays casting long shadows across the grand temples dedicated to gods whose names whispered through the sands of Egypt. Among these gods, Amen. He reigned supreme, his priests wielding power that rivaled even the pharaoh. But change was coming, radical, unexpected, and unforgettable. At its center was a man whose vision would shake the foundations of his kingdom, Akhenaten. His story began as Amenhotep IV, a young prince born into the splendor of Egypt's 18th dynasty. Groomed in the traditions of his ancestors, he seemed destined to follow the well-trodden path of pharaohs before him. Yet, within the walls of his palace, beneath the surface of a dutiful son, something stirred, a spark of rebellion, a yearning for something greater. When Amenhotep ascended the throne, the kingdom expected continuity. For the first few years, he fulfilled their expectations, commissioning grand monuments and offering prayers to Amen. But whispers of change soon began to ripple through the court. One day, he declared a new name for himself, Akhenaten, meaning servant of Aten. The shift was more than symbolic. It marked the beginning of a religious revolution. Akhenaten proclaimed Aten, the sun disk, as the one true god, casting aside the pantheon that had ruled Egyptian spirituality for millennia. The temples of Amen fell silent as their funding dwindled, and a new city rose from the desert sands, Akhenaten, the horizon of Aten. The site is known today as Tal el Amarna. It was a bold and unprecedented move. He abandoned Thebes, the seat of power, and established his court in this new city, a haven for his vision of monotheism. But Akhenaten's changes did not stop at religion. Art itself transformed under his reign. Gone were the rigid, idealized forms of the past. In their place came curvilinear depictions that showed the pharaoh in intimate, human moments. Paintings portrayed him holding hands with his queen, the beautiful Nefertiti, or cradling his daughters in his arms. This was a ruler unlike any before him, a man who sought to blend the divine with the personal. Yet, Akhenaten's radical vision was not without its price. As he turned his gaze to the heavens, the kingdom beneath his feet faltered. Diplomatic correspondence from the time reveals a kingdom under siege, its borders threatened by foreign powers. Pleas for military aid went unanswered, the pharaoh seemingly uninterested in the political affairs of his empire. To many, it seemed as though Akhenaten had turned his back on the world. The final years of Akhenaten's reign are shrouded in mystery. Did he step down willingly, retreating into the obscurity of his city, or was he overthrown by those who sought to restore the old gods? The records are silent, as though someone had tried to erase him from history. His city was abandoned, left to the mercy of the desert winds, and his successor, Tutankhamun, restored the old ways. Yet, Akhenaten's legacy endures. To this day, historians and Egyptologists debate the nature of his faith. Was he a visionary prophet of monotheism, a misguided idealist, or something else entirely? His art, his city, and his audacious attempt to rewrite the spiritual fabric of Egypt continue to captivate the world. And so, the tale of Akhenaten remains both a mystery and a marvel. A story of a man who dared to dream of a different world,